Hi, Mister. Have a seat.
Thank you.
There we go. How are you doing today? All right?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Right. Okay, so my name's Christian. I'm one of the optometrists. So I'm going to be doing an eye exam today. Now, we'll start off just checking a few details, having a chat about your eyes, and then we'll sort of get stuck into the eye exam. You can probably see it's a little bit different from a sort of standard optician's. So basically, I work as a private consulting optometrist, so I just do the clinical examinations. We don't do any dispensing of spectacles. So I'll issue you with a prescription. You'll be able to take that into any optician, and they'd be able to sort out some glasses for you. So yeah, we'll really focus on the eye exam. Obviously, if you've got any questions, please do just interrupt me and ask me as we go along. I'll try and explain as we're working our way through as well. So, we've obviously gone through the preliminary details, name, date of birth, etc. Now, when was your last eye exam?
I think it was May. So, gosh, that's June, July. About 5 months ago.
Okay, brilliant. And did you get any glasses at that time? Or?
No, I didn't get new glasses.
Okay. Do you wear spectacles at the moment?
I do. I can't read things far away.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, and these glasses, how old are they roughly?
More than 2 years, probably about 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And the glasses themselves, how often are you wearing them at the moment?
Probably not often enough.
Okay.
Mainly when I watch like television and stuff in the evenings, I put them on because it's quite far from where I sit.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's more sort of as and when, as opposed to putting them on first thing in the morning and keeping them all day. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I should wear them more because I can't really read the train times at the station and stuff.
That could be a bit tricky. Okay. Right. Okay. And do you drive at all?
No.
No. Okay. That's fine. So, your long distance vision, you sort of saying that you feel that you should be wearing them all. Do you feel that your vision has changed at all, or are you just more aware that you perhaps should be wearing them?
I think I've always known I should wear them more because I kind of just accept when I can't see something far away, I'm just like, oh, can't be helped.
Yeah,
like, it would be much nicer if I wore them and could see all the time.
Okay.
But I think it's, just when I'm rushing. And because it's quite strange that it feels weird having them on when I'm at my computer and it's so near me. And sometimes I feel like I don't need them on for just that. And then I forget to put them on the way home.
It's just on off all the time. That's quite understandable. Okay, brilliant. So you mentioned obviously computers. Okay, how is close work? If you look at your phone, reading, anything like that, is that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, brilliant. I mean, the dreaded question: how often are you using a sort of computer screen for? Would you say?
Very often.
Yeah.
Like more than 8 hours a day.
Okay, and presumably that's sort of a major part of your work as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then even after work, I'll then use it to edit videos. So
don't worry. Most of us, most of us do. Don't worry, that's fine. And what does it you do for work exactly?
Just like admin work,
Okay.
On the computer.
Okay. Right, and as you said, it's sort of kind of a full day's work and then evening as well. Okay, no, that's fine. So, importantly, do you ever get any headaches or any eye aches when you're using a computer or doing close work at all?
Yes, yeah. But I can't always tell if my headaches are from using the computer or from other things or stress. Or I also recently cut out caffeine, which probably doesn't help with headaches.
That was a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. So the headaches, can you sort of guess when they started? Is there sort of a time period where you say, actually, maybe in the last couple of months I've been getting headaches, a bit longer than that, a bit shorter?
I think it probably is since I started my job.
Okay.
So probably directly related to how much more I'm using it because of that.
Okay. And in the course of sort of a typical week, how often do you get a headache? Is it daily or every few days?
Every few days.
Yeah. Okay. And is there a particular time of day that you're getting these headaches? More morning, afternoon, or is it?
It's more often the afternoon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a particular area on your head that hurts?
So recently it feels more like a band, just like a strap is being placed around me sometimes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Some more sort of hatband type headache.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it is near my eye, it's always this one. I don't know if that means anything.
Okay, we can certainly have a look. Okay, no, that's fine. Sort of. And are you taking any kind of painkillers for them, or just soldiering through it?
Soldier through, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're much better than they used to be, or maybe I've just got used to it. So.
Okay. Right. Okay. Right. And in terms of your vision, have you been having anything unusual? Some flashes of light, bits floating in front of your eyes, double vision, anything weird and wonderful like that at all?
Can't think of anything, no.
Okay. And is there anything at all that you've kind of noticed or that's concerning you about your eyes that you wanted to have a look at today?
I can't think of anything too specific right now, but if it does
I was going to say, by all means, just interrupt me
yeah.
halfway through, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've just got a few other details to go through. So one is general health, because obviously our eyes are connected to an entire human body. There's a number of conditions we can pick up through the eyes, but I also say eyes are a bit like the dashboard in your car, that they can flag up if there's something else going on in the body. So it's always good to know general health, medication, etc. So your general health, do you have any health conditions at all? Any allergies that you know of? Thyroid problems, diabetes, anything like that?
Nothing too severe, no, just hay fever.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing properly diagnosed in terms of anything like very big level.
That's fine. And not presumably not taking any medication? Or?
No, just supplements.
Okay. So the hay fever, is there a particular time of year that starts? Or?
Yes, it's always when exam season used to be, so like
probably
like March to June.
Right, okay, just what you want when you're trying to study for exams. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's that sort of spring period.
Yeah.
And do you use anything during that time to help with it? Or?
I kind of just grin and bear it, yeah.
I
don't feel like I have the, I know, hay fever tablets might work on me, but I just don't always bother.
That's fine. Does it affect your eyes at all? Yeah, some people it's more kind of respiratory, some people get eye problems.
It does affect my eyes, they get very itchy.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. And in terms of family health history, are there any health conditions in the family? So diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, anything like that at all?
Yeah, so diabetes is my aunt and my gran.
Is that on mum or dad's side?
Mum's side, yeah.
Okay. And is that something that they develop later on in life?
Yes, both of them. I think just over 60. So.
Okay. And any eye problems that you know of in the family? So glaucoma, macular degeneration, anything like that at all?
I don't think any of those ones are there. I just know my mum has, actually my dad as well, we've got really bad eyesight.
Okay, right.
So I know it's going to get worse and worse for me.
Okay, we can certainly have a look at that. And in terms of your eye history, now, have you ever had any issues with your eyes, anything as a child that you perhaps had to go to the eye hospital for? Or any?
One time I did have conjunctivitis.
Okay.
But I ended up finding out I think I had an old mascara, and so it was just entirely my own doing. So
yeah, it's they do have a sell-by date, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And have you ever had any issues raised with your eyes? Anything that you sort of have had to be referred for?
No, I don't think so. Nothing like that.
That's fine. Brilliant. Now, obviously, we spoke about work and you spending a lot of time on the computer and editing videos and things. it's quite important to understand what we use our eyes for, which sounds a bit of an odd statement. But yeah, are there any hobbies that you perhaps do? Any close work? Any sports? Anything like that at all?
I read a lot.
Okay, yeah.
But not necessarily on paper. Mainly on my phone.
Okay, yeah, just upping that screen time.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when not like editing or actually doing work, it's often like watching YouTube. So again, more screen time.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, it's always good because obviously if there's something particular that you do, it can impact on perhaps the advice we give in terms of what glasses, what lenses to look for. So it's always good to kind of get a feel for what you get up to on a daily basis from that perspective. Excellent. Right. Now, so you mentioned some glasses. Have you got those with you today?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, is it all right to have a quick look at those?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. There we go. So what I'll do, is it all right if I borrow them for a moment?
Sort of giving them a bit of a
Don't worry, I can do that for you, that's not a problem. No, so what I'm going to do is take a quick measurement of the lenses themselves. That way we've got an idea of what the prescription is in here. And then we can have a look at your prescription today, and I can just give you a better idea as to whether there's been any change at all. Yeah, it's amazing how much sort of dust and muck they can acquire, isn't it? It's brilliant. Okay, perfect. Let me just get the prescription from those. So let me just put this here. Right, perfect. I shall give you those back and I'll let you pop them on. Yeah, right, so having a look at the mirror just down there for me. So we're going to have a look at some of the letters on the screen there. So at the moment, what would you say is the smallest line that you can get there for me?
With these on, I can see. I think I can see the bottom line.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to have a go at that one?
H.
Yep.
U or V.
Very good.
V. Oh, it's a, yeah, the next one's V, so it was a V.
Yep.
And D and Z.
Brilliant. That's good. If I was really cruel and added an extra line, can we get anything on that one there? It's absolutely fine if not, don't worry.
I could do the start, I think.
Okay.
D, H.
Yep.
Z. That's an E, isn't it? It's an E.
Yeah.
And either an R or a H.
Very good. I mean, a little bit of leading there, but no, 5 out of 5. Well done. Excellent. There we go. Right. Well, what I'm going to do is just give you this cover to hold. I'm going to get you to pop it in front of your left eye for me. And I'll get you to have a look at the letters again. I'll just jumble them up to make it a bit more exciting. And what's the smallest? Now, don't worry if it's not the very bottom one.
Yeah, I think I'm more comfortable with the one above the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
Even down there. V, O.
Yep.
N, P, R.
Very good. Excellent. And if I get you to cover up your other eye now, I'm just going to jumble those letters up again. And
D, N, V, R, H.
very good. Did you want to have a go at the one underneath? Or?
E.
Yeah.
Y, V, V.
V, very good.
Z.
Excellent.
N, P.
Very good. Excellent. That's brilliant. Not bad at all. So the second line up from the bottom is actually the 20/20 vision line. So you're kind of seeing a line better than that. So that's why it is a bit of a struggle. But no, that's excellent. Now, if I could just borrow the cover there. And I'm going to get you to have a look at the clock just above the letter chart for me.
Okay.
Just looking at the 6 o'clock position for me at the bottom there. And what I'm going to do is just see how your eye muscles are working together. So I'll get you to keep looking at that little 6 o'clock position there for me. Good. Perfect. Right, I'll get you to take your glasses off now. Probably make those letters a little bit blurrier, don't worry.
Gosh.
And having a look at the letter chart now, what would you say is the smallest line that you can get there for me?
Really good question. Either the second or the third.
Okay, yeah, should we have a go at the second one to start with?
V, F, Z, H, U.
Very good. And the one underneath?
N,
Mm-hmm.
O,
Yep.
N, Z, B.
Good, excellent. And if I were to hand you back the cover there, I'll just jumble those letters up again. So I'll get you to cover up your left eye, and let's get rid of those smaller ones, they'll probably be a bit fuzzy. What would you say is the smallest line that you can get just with this eye?
Probably the second from the bottom.
Okay, yeah, do you want to read that one for me?
N, H, Z, U, P.
Brilliant. Excellent. Did you want to have a go at the bottom one, or is it a bit fuzzy?
It's fuzzy. I could try, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure I get it all right.
Don't worry.
H,
Yep.
P,
Mm-hmm.
R, E, N.
Very good. Excellent. And if I get you to cover up your other eye, and we do the same again, and what would you say is the smallest one you can get comfortably there for me?
Second from the bottom.
Yep.
Z, F, P, O, U.
Brilliant. Anything on the one underneath? Or?
I think I can on this side.
Yep.
N, O, V,
Mm-hmm.
U, Z.
5 out of 5. There we go. Brilliant. That's very good.
Yeah, this sounds seems easier if I blink a bit.
Now I've added an extra line. Can you get anything on that bottom one? Sort of really pushing here.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually.
Don't worry. That's fine.
I'm not
no.
getting any of them.
Don't worry, that's fine. So if I take the cover again and we have a look back at the 6 o'clock position on the clock, let's just see your eye muscles again. Perfect, that's good. And we're going to do the same, but this time I'm going to get you to look at the tip of my pen for me. Brilliant. So it's basically telling us how your eyes sort of talk to each other and focus on a single point, looking to see how the eye muscles are working. All looking absolutely fine there. Brilliant. Right. So what we're going to do now is have a look at your prescription, and we'll have a look at sort of what we're finding today, and then I can give you an idea if it's changed at all. So we've got some very stylish glasses to wear. So we'll have a look at your glasses prescription, and then we'll have a look at your eye health. So we've got the camera and the scanning laser ophthalmoscope, and then we'll be having a look on the microscope as well. So sort of the full MOT today. So I'm going to get you to have a look into my left eye. That's very good. Right eye. Back to my left. Back to my right. Perfect. There we go. As I say, not the most stylish glasses in the world, these ones. But importantly, how do they feel? Comfortable?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let me know if they start to get a bit uncomfortable. So we're going to make them even more stylish by covering one eye up. And we're going to have a look back at the letters in the mirror there, which should hopefully be a little bit clearer than they were previously.
Yeah.
Now, as you're looking at the letters there, what's the smallest line that you can get for me?
I can read the bottom one.
Okay, yeah, try to read that one out for me.
VFDEU.
Brilliant. Now, the next thing I'm going to get you to do is to have a look at the circles on the red and the green there. And the clarity and definition of those circles, would you say it's better on the red, the green, or are they about the same?
The red is a bit better, yeah.
Okay. So if I were to pop this lens in front, is it a bit more on the red, a bit more on the green, or are they about the same?
I think the green actually with this one.
That's good. I'm just going to swap that lens over. And now the next thing I'm going to get you to do is to have a look at those two circles just there. I'm going to show you two blurry lenses. Now, neither of these lenses is going to make those circles crystal clear, so don't worry. All I'm going to do is see which of the two is the clearer. Okay, so as you're looking at those two circles, would you say they're rounder and clearer with number 1, number 2, or are they about the same? So we've got number 1, 2, all pretty similar.
2's better.
2's better, brilliant. And if we do that again, number 1, number 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2.
2, I think, yeah, 2's better.
2, yeah. Just going to pop a little lens in. And again, as you're looking at those circles, would you say they're rounder and clearer with number 1 or number 2? Got 1, 2, or not much difference?
I think number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 1, number 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2, pretty similar.
Pretty similar, yeah.
And number 1 or number 2. 1, 2, or not much different.
Not much different.
That's okay, don't worry. And number 1, number 2 are about the same. 1, 2.
1.
That's good. And then number 1 or number 2.
2.
2 is a bit better.
Yeah.
That's good. Number 1, number 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2,
1.
perfect. So let's have a look at those letters again. Now, what's the smallest line that you can get there for me?
I can do the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
N, V, D, R, F.
5 out of 5, brilliant. Now, I'm going to get you to look at just the letter V for me on that line.
Okay.
Is that better or is that worse? Or
Better.
yeah, that's good. Okay. This one in. And again, looking at that letter V, a little bit better, a little bit worse, or about the same. So that's with, that's without.
I think it's better with, yeah.
A bit better with that one in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And if I were to add that extra line at the bottom, can you get any letters there at all? Absolutely fine. If not, don't worry.
O,
Yeah.
F,
Mm-hmm.
R,
Yeah.
H, Z.
Very good. And that bottom, or the bottom two lines, as you're looking at those, are they better with this in front? A little bit worse, or about the same? So that's with, and that's without. That's with,
Oh, actually slightly better with.
slightly better with that one in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a second or two to come into focus.
Oh, that's so clear.
Have a few blinks. Still looking at those bottom two lines, are they better with this one in front? A bit worse or about the same? So that's with, And that's
It's worse with, yeah.
And if we have a look at the circles on the red and the green, now are they looking rounder and clearer on the red, the green, or are they about the same?
The red.
Just out of interest, if I were to pop this lens in front, has that made them a bit more equal? Is it a bit more red, a bit more green?
More equal.
Okay. Did you want to read that bottom line for me?
N.
Yep.
Z.
Mm-hmm.
R.
Yep.
U. E.
5 out of 5. Excellent. There we go. Now, we're going to have a look with your other eye, so we'll give that right eye a bit of a break. Have a few blinks. It might take a second or two for your left eye to wake back up. That's perfectly normal. So we'll start off just having a look quite generally with the circles on the red and the green. How are they looking? Would you say clearer, more defined on the red, the green, or about the same?
Yeah, I'd still say the red.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to swap that lens over. Isn't it very blurry for a second? And how are they looking now on the red and the green?
The green's clearer now.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so looking back at those two circles, and I'm going to show you the blurry ones again. So would you say that those circles look rounder and clearer with number 1 or number 2? 1 there, 2 there.
2.
Yeah. And 1, 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2, or pretty similar.
2. Yeah, 2.
2. Okay. Let's just... And looking at those two circles, are they rounder and clearer with number 1, number 2, or about the same? So we've got 1, 2.
I think they're the same, yeah.
Yeah. And if we have a look, number 1 or number 2?
2.
And number 1, 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2.
2.
And if we do the same again, so rounder and clearer with number 1, number 2 are about the same. So we've got 1, 2.
1 is slightly better.
So let's go back to looking at the letters. And what's the smallest line that you can get at the moment for me?
I think second from the bottom.
Okay, yeah, do you want to read that one?
E, P, U, H, Z.
Very good. Now, as you're looking at that line of letters, would you say it's better or worse if I put that in front?
Better.
Swap that lens over. And again, looking at that second line from the bottom, if I were to pop this in front, a bit better, a bit worse, about the same. That's with, that's without.
I think it's better without.
Okay. And if to put this lens in front now, has it made those bottom lines clearer? Is it a bit worse or about the same? So that's with, and that's without. There's with, better without.
Is this about the same?
Pretty similar. Yeah. Swap those lenses over. Can you get anything on the very bottom one at all?
R, D, F,
Very good.
V.
Yeah.
I think it's N.
5 out of 5. Good guess. Brilliant. So looking at the bottom two lines of letters, now I'm going to put this lens in front. Is it a bit better? Is it a little bit worse or about the same? So that's with...
It's a bit worse.
Okay, that's good. And if we go back to the circles on the red and the green, now do they look rounder, sharper on the red, the green, or are they pretty similar?
Still, yeah, still the red.
So the red, okay. If I put this one in front,
Oh, they're the same with this one, yeah.
just going back to looking at the bottom line of letters, is there much difference with that, or is it just a bit smaller and blacker, do you think?
Smaller and blacker,
So,
yeah. More bold.
Okay, that's fine. Well, what I'm going to do now is make it go a little bit blurry, which will only be temporary. Has that sent them a little bit fuzzy there?
Yeah.
I'm going to uncover your right eye. Now, it's going to feel like you've had one too many, because you're going to have one eye that's nice and clear, one eye that's quite blurry. Again, that's intentional. Have a few blinks just to let your brain sort of get used to that setup. And with both eyes together, what would you say is the smallest line that you can get there for me?
Probably second from bottom.
Yep.
P, E, U, F, H.
Excellent. So as you're looking at that line of letters, I'm going to put this in front. Has it made them a little bit better, a little bit worse, or about the same? So that's with, and that's without. There's with, and there's without.
Yeah, they're not exactly the same, but they're both good.
Okay, that's fine.
One's bolder and one's like further away or something.
Okay. So if we pop that in front, these bottom sort of two lines, are they a bit more comfortable to read, a bit blurrier, or about the same? So that's with, and that's without.
Probably more able to read the very bottom with
that.
Yeah.
Well, let's just put this in for a second. And looking at the bottom two lines, are they a bit better when I put this in front? Or is that making them go a bit blurry?
Going blurry.
Better without? Yeah. And let's just move this blurry one over to your other eye. So have a few blinks, let your eyes switch around. Does feel quite odd, that one. And just letters. What's the smallest you can get there?
Yeah, I can try the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's too confident.
Don't worry. Do the one above's fine.
Yeah, do the one above. R, U, D, P, Z.
Fantastic. So that R-U-D line, is it clearer with this one? Is it a little bit worse, or about the same? So that's with, and that's without.
Worse with.
It's worse. So if we get rid of that blurry one, have a few blinks. Let your eyes kind of get back to normality there. And what's the smallest one you can get there with both eyes together?
I think the bottom.
Yeah.
U, B, H, E, N.
5 out of 5. Brilliant. Here we go. So as I say, that's the one better than 20/20 vision. So getting a really good level of eyesight there. So that's very good. Right. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get a funny chart up and put some coloured lenses in, so it's going to feel like old school 3D cinema. So what we're going to be doing is having a look at how well your brain fuses the two images together. Have a few blinks. Now you should be able to see an O plus O in the centre of the screen, and then there should be a coloured block above and below the plus. Can you see those?
Yeah.
Now if I were to cover up one eye, has one of the blocks disappeared?
Yes, the bottom one.
Sorry, the bottom one.
Yeah.
And if I were to cover this eye?
Yeah, the top one's gone.
Brilliant. And hopefully you should be able to see both of them now.
Yeah.
Excellent. So as you're looking at the plus, now does it look like those blocks have moved? Are they still perfectly in line with one another? Are they wobbling about? Or?
They're in line, I think, yeah.
Brilliant. And if I were to tip the chart over, and so they're now side by side, can you still see the blocks there?
Yes.
Yeah. And is one of them higher than the other, or are they about the same?
I think they're the same, just not the red's slightly more clear this time than the last one.
Okay. Let's get rid of those coloured lenses. There we go. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is have a look at your close-up vision. So just holding that, we tend to hold a book or something to read. And then if we have a look at the clarity, so we've got some paragraphs here. Now, these small ones, how's the N5 paragraph looking at the moment?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah,
nice and clear. Yeah. If I were to cover one eye up, can you still get the text in that paragraph? Is it still clear and comfortable to read?
Yeah, it is.
And with the other eye?
Yeah.
Do you want to just read the first few words for me?
So that year I got a paper route before school I would ride my bicycle around my neighbourhood.
Brilliant. Don't worry, it doesn't get any more exciting, I'm afraid. Brilliant. Okay, so we're getting a very good level of vision. Excellent. Let's pop those off. Now, there's been a very marginal change in your prescription. If you wanted to pop your glasses on, I can show you the difference. I'll get the letter chart back up. Brilliant. So having a look at the letters there. Obviously that's what you're getting at the moment with your glasses. And if you want to pop those off, and I'll hold these in the front, that's the difference. So it's not a huge change in prescription.
Yeah.
Maybe more sort of a subtle change in clarity as opposed to suddenly reading miles further down the letter chart. It's still getting a very good level of vision with those glasses.
Yeah.
So essentially with your prescription, you're a little bit short-sighted. As you said, basically that means things in the long distance are blurry without glasses. The good news is not wearing glasses does not make that any worse. It doesn't damage your eyes. Likewise, wearing the glasses more doesn't make your eyes more dependent on them. It doesn't make the short-sightedness worse. So it is just in the moment, it makes it clearer. It's nice and straightforward with the short-sighted correction. As you're doing a lot of close work, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that you're not wearing your glasses, because when we're short-sighted, our sort of sphere of focus is closer anyway. So things are naturally more in focus at that distance. So it's perfectly understandable and perfectly reasonable to not wear your glasses for that stuff. So I don't think you wouldn't necessarily say you're doing anything particularly wrong with your eyes. And as with sort of spot wearing, you're putting them on when you feel that you need them. It's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. In terms of vision, if you were to start driving, you would need to wear your glasses. You're sort of just teetering on the driving standard without, but you're comfortably getting the number plate test with specs. So I'd say if you're thinking about starting driving, then I probably would suggest wearing glasses for that.
Okay.
So yeah, a little bit of short-sightedness, tiny bit of astigmatism, which sounds like some horrendous disease. It's perfectly normal. The vast majority of us have astigmatism. It's just where the front surface of our eye, the cornea, should be a perfect circle. Most people, it's ever so slightly oval.
Okay.
If you think in terms of like a teaspoon, when you look at your reflection in the back of a teaspoon, it's a bit distorted. It's because it's not a perfect circle. It's not like a soup spoon. It's more oval. And astigmatism, exactly the same thing. We just get a bit of distortion to our vision. It's very minor. It's literally the first lens step in the box, so it's not anything to sort of be overly concerned about. But that's essentially a prescription is short-sightedness with a little bit of astigmatism, but perfectly normal, and glasses are absolutely the fine thing to be wearing. Contact lenses is always another option. If you were sort of wanting to have the clarity of vision but not wear glasses, then contact lenses would be perfectly suited to this prescription. So But yeah, I mean, good news is in terms of the glasses that you've got, there's not a huge change. Yes, it can be a little bit sharper, but these are still perfectly serviceable. The frame's in good condition. You're getting good vision with them, so
that's good.
So always good news. You can get a bit more usage out of them. So what we're going to do next is have a look at your eye health, and we'll start off by getting some images of your eyes, and then I can have a look at your eyes on the microscope, have a look at what's going on, and then the final thing that we'll do is the machine just over there, the peripheral vision test. So obviously we've just been looking at how your straight ahead vision is. We need to see how your surrounding vision is as well.
Okay.
Once we've got all that done, you'll have had the full MOT, and it's we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring the instruments around and we'll get some images. Let me just bring the table. And I'll just quickly pop the lights off. Right, so we'll start with this one to your right. Yeah, there we go. Right, so let's just bring the table up a little bit. And it always helps if I take the lens cap off. Nice clear image without that. So what we're going to be doing is getting a photograph of the back of your eye, and then we'll use the scanning laser ophthalmoscope just to get a detailed view of the layers of your eye. So I'm going to get you to put your chin on the chin rest for me. Put your head against the bottom top. Now, is that comfortable there for you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, so looking straight ahead. And, right. Now you should see a little yellowy green light straight in front of you. If I could get you to keep looking straight at that for me, and then there's going to be a flash of light in a moment when it takes the photograph. Very good. Bright flash, that one. There we go. Let's keep that nice and clean. And again, this eye just looking at the little light in front of you there. Sometimes it looks like it's hovering outside the camera. It's perfectly normal. And another flash of light. Very good. And you can sit back. We'll have a look at those in a second. What we'll do first is get the images with the other camera. Bring that chin rest up a little bit. Okay. Looking straight ahead, you're going to see a little light straight in front of you. There'll be a little white light and a little red light. I'm going to get you to look at the little white light directly in front of you. That's very good. Nice big wide stare for me. It will just be a bright flash. Very good. And then still with this eye, what we're going to do is I'm going to move that little light and it should go over to your left now. So still looking at that little light and there over to your left. Okay, brilliant. Lovely. And we're going to do exactly the same with your other eye. It's quite a bright flash, this one. Okay. Looking straight ahead with me. Very good. Excellent. And again, I'm just going to move that little go over to your right this time. Excellent, and sit back. That's it for the blinding flashes of light in your eyes. So, we can have a look at those images. So essentially what this one has done is it uses laser light to look at the layer underneath this directly observable retina. So it gives us an idea if there's anything sort of under the surface that's going on, a little bit like the 3D scans it might have had previously. So we've got a nice, it's sort of a black and white image because it's made from a composite laser image. We've got the optic nerve, this little blob over to the side here. I can zoom in on that for you. So that's where our natural blind spot is. We'll see it a little bit clearer on the photograph. This image just shows us the health of the tissue within the optic nerve, and you can see the blood vessels coming in and going out of the eye as well. And then the very centre of the retina, this area here is called your macula, where you get your detailed central vision from. As I say, we'll have a look on the photographs, they're nice clear images and colour photographs. That's all looking very good. So all the scans came out nicely for both eyes, which is always good. So we'll save those, and then if you wanted to come and have a look at the on the other machine, we can have a look at the photographs and see what's going on there. Yeah. So this is a photograph of the back of your eye. Obviously it looks like the planet Mars, perfectly normal, everyone's does. So what we've got, so this is your right eye. If you imagine this is your eye looking out of the screen at us. So what we've got here is the optic nerve, and that's where all the information leaves our eye. It's our natural blind spot, so there's no light sensing retina here. So when we close one eye, we do actually have a natural blind spot with both eyes open. Each eye compensates for the other eye. So we've got our optic nerve here, and we've also got the blood vessels which enter and leave the eye. So we've got the lighter ones of the arteries bringing the blood into the eye, darker ones are the veins taking it back out again. The retina is the only place in the human body where we can actually photograph blood vessels. So it's a really good way of us being able to monitor cardiovascular health, things like high blood pressure, diabetes, risk of stroke, etc. Because it is such a non-invasive way of us actually imaging blood vessels as they are. So thankfully no signs of any of those today, all looking okay. So we've got the central retina here. When I have a look on the microscope, I will look further round. So the photograph captures all the really central, crucial structures. And this darker region here is called your macula. You might have heard of that with macular degeneration. So our macula is where we get our detailed central vision from. So this region here accounts for a really significant proportion of our vision. So it's only a couple of millimetres across, but you're talking some 60-70% of your vision overall. So very sensitive, very delicate part of the retina. Again, also looking nice and healthy, so that's good. And so this is your right eye, and then you'll see that your left eye is just a nice mirror image of that. So the optic nerve's over on the other side. Again, we can see the blood vessels arching up and round, and then you've got your macula again just there. So nice mirror images. That's part of the camera rather than your eye, not that sort of big button shape on the edge of your retina there. So yeah, lovely clear images, clear view in, clear view out. But as I say, what we'll now do is have a look at your eyes on the microscope, because I can look at the front surface of your eye. We can look at all the structures, the sort of clear optical structures, and then get a good view of the retina as well. But photographs are a really good way of cataloguing the back of your eyes, the health, general health. Pictures say 1,000 words, and kind of trying to condense all of this into a small written description is not easy. So a photograph is by far the best way of cataloguing your eye health. But all looking very good so far.
That's good to hear.
So first thing I'm going to do is to check your reaction, see how your eyes are reacting to light. So just looking straight ahead to the end of the room for me. That's very good. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is have a look at your eyes on the microscope. So we've obviously taken some nice images of the back of your eyes, but the microscope will give me a good close-up view of all of the structures of your eye at the front and the back. So it'll be just a good addition for checking your eye health. And I'll check your blood pressure as well, because obviously we've been looking at your blood vessels, so it's very good to also check your blood pressure as well.
Okay.
Right, okay, so let me just bring this round, and I'll get you to pop your chin on the chopping block there for me. There we go. Now, is that comfortable there for you? Perfect. If it gets a bit uncomfortable, let me know. Now, blink as often as you need to with this one. And let's just have a look. So I'm going to get you to just look straight ahead to start off with for me. Very good. Let me know if it gets a bit bright for you as well. And if I get you to look over to your left, and over to your right, straight up at the ceiling, gently going to lower this eyelid, and looking down, very good, looking straight ahead again. I'm going to get you to blink and then just stare for as long as you can for me. Seems easier said than done when someone's shining a bright light into your eyes. Very good. And we'll have a look at your other eye. And looking over to your left. And over to your right. Straight up at the ceiling for me. And again, I'm just going to gently lower this eyelid. Very good. And looking down. Lovely. And again, looking straight ahead for me. And if I get you to blink and just stare for as long as you can. So what I'm doing there is just looking at how well the tear film lasts over the surface of your eyes. Particularly if we're doing a lot of screen work, sometimes we can get dry eye. So I'm just going to make a few quick notes about the front of your eyes. And then we'll have a look at the rear surface of your eye. Right. So that I can get a good view of the back of your eyes, I'm going to hold some little lenses up in front of you, and they just magnify the view at the back of your eye. It does make the light a little bit brighter, so if it is a bit too bright, just let me know. I can turn that down a little bit for you. So what I'm going to get you to do is have a look past my right ear for me. That's very good. Excellent. And if I get you to have a look up to the ceiling for me, that's very good. And if I get you to look up and to your right for me, and then looking across to your right, and looking down and to your right, I'm going to very gently hold your eyelid there. That's good. And then looking straight down for me. And then down and to your left. And across to your left. And then up and to your left. And if I get you to look past my ear for me, and it's just going to get bright for a moment. And looking over to your left. And looking over to your right. Looking up, very gently over your eyelid. And looking down. Good. And then looking past my ear for me. That's good. And then I'm going to hold a lens up in front of your eye. It's just going to give me a good detailed view of the back of your eyes. So looking past my ear for me. Again, if it gets a bit bright, just let me know. And then looking straight up at the ceiling for me. Looking up and to your right. And then looking across to your right. Looking down and to your right, and very gently hold your eyelid there. And looking straight down for me. And down and to your left. And across to your left. So a big wide stare for me, that's very good. And up and to your left. Past my ear, and it's just going to get bright for a moment. Well done. Excellent. There we go, that's one eye done. And then we'll do exactly the same for your other eye. Welcome to have a break for a second if you just wanted to let your eyes recover from that, because it's quite a bright light.
Yeah.
And then we'll do exactly the same for your other eye. So, tune back on the chin rest there for me. And this time I'm going to get you to have a look past my other ear. It's a bit tricky with that extra eyepiece in the way, but vaguely in that direction's fine. Okay, let's just back on. Brightness down a bit. Okay. Good. And then looking straight up for me. And looking up and to your right. And looking across to your right. And looking down and to your right, I'm going to very gently hold your eyelid there. Looking straight down. Looking down and to your left. And looking across to your left. And up and to your left. Having a look past my ear again. And again, it's just going to get bright for a moment. Very good. And sit back. That's it for the interrogation light. So yeah, eyes looking very healthy. There's a slight freckle at the front of your eye, on the white of your eye, on your right eye. Perfectly normal, perfectly harmless, just like having a freckle anywhere else. What I'll do is I'll quickly get a photograph of it, and then we've got that for visual reference, because it's very good to measure these things. But has anyone ever mentioned a freckle in your eye before? Or?
I think last time was the first time it was mentioned to me.
Yeah. They are perfectly harmless, and so they're perfectly normal. Have you ever noticed it? Or?
I hadn't noticed it until my last eye exam at all.
Yeah, but people don't sort of tend to look at your eyes under a microscope. So it's just an accumulation of pigment on the white of your eye. They are absolutely fine. There's no sort of warning signs I can see with it. But it's good practice. Just if it's not been noted before, we can get an image.
Yeah.
Take it again when you come for your next eye exam and just see if there's been any change. So
yeah,
pop on for a second. What I'm going to do is just get the lighting set up for this. I'll get you to look over to your left for me, so at least you're not having to stare into the bright light. Just going to make it go a little bit brighter. Just zoom in slightly. Okay. Excellent. And sit back. Okay. So essentially this is just a photograph of the front of your eye. This was you looking over to the left. So it's just the white of your eye here. You can zoom in on that. And you can sort of see that this brown streaky region, it's just little bits of pigment on the white of your eye. So perfectly harmless. And so it's absolutely fine. Now that we've got an image, we can just take another one. In the next check, the advantage of having a camera attached to the microscope, you can just take a picture of what we see.
Yeah.
And you can have a look, but yeah, I certainly wouldn't worry about it. It's just an incidental finding. But, at least you can see what it is. Yeah, it's just there's extra pigment on the white of your eye there. So.
It really is like a freckle.
So, have you had your blood pressure checked recently?
I don't think so, no.
So, as I say, it's important, because obviously we've been having a look at the blood vessels at the back of your eye. It's important to have a look at the blood pressure, because that will put into context how the blood vessels themselves are appearing. So, we'll pop this onto your arm. It will feel like it's trying to pull your arm off. It does let go, don't worry. So we'll just take, I'm going to do an average of readings. So we'll do a first one, give it a minute or two, then we'll do a second one. And if there's a major difference, we'll do a third. But let's just have a look at the first 2 readings. So 105, 66, 75 beats per minute. That's very good. Very good blood pressure. And it's a little on the low side. I mean, do you ever get dizzy if you stand up suddenly? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, postural hypotension is perfectly normal. It's something to just be mindful of. Obviously, if you do have naturally low blood pressure, if we have a sudden posture change, we can have a drop in pressure. So if it's low anyway, it can drop a bit lower, and that can give you that sort of lightheaded feeling. So it's.
I never knew that's what it was.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
if you've naturally got slightly lower blood pressure, that does happen.
Is like low blood pressure like hereditary or something?
Sometimes it can be. Yeah, it's and the good thing to do is obviously by knowing that you have low blood pressure, if we do subsequent readings, having historical ones, because you could have an increase in blood pressure and actually develop a clinically normal blood pressure, but for you it's an increase, so it's always good to know. So yeah, it's come down a little bit actually, so it is, yeah, it normally does. So our first reading is normally higher, so this one's 90 over 62, so there's a little bit of a drop there. 69 beats per minute, so that's fine. But yes, so it's something to be mindful of. It's definitely nothing to worry about at your age. But when you sort of hear of people having falls and they've suddenly stood up, it can be because of this postural hypertension. But there we go. Right, that's blood pressure sorted. Okay, so the last things we've got to do is check your eyes on the peripheral vision scanner. And so this machine is going to check your peripheral vision. So what we're going to be doing is having a look at each eye in turn. And it's going to be checking the sensitivity and sort of the brightness of lights that each eye is able to detect. Now, get to dress up like a pirate with this one, so we've got an eye patch. We'll just grab that out of the UV cleaner. So what we're going to be doing is I'll cover up your left eye to start with. Test one eye, and then we'll move over to the other eye. So, let's put this on. Okay. Now, is that comfortable there for you?
Yeah.
I'm afraid the wooden leg and parrot are a optional extra. So I'm going to give you the clicker. It's just that bit at the top, a bit like an old-style computer mouse. I'll just bring the chin rest into action. Now, with this one, you'll be popping your head to one side. So you see that there's 2 parts of the chin rest. So it feels like you're off-centre. It's perfectly normal. Okay. So I'll get you to pop your chin on the left-hand side. Put your forehead against the bar at the top there. Now, is that comfortable there for you?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the chin rest down a little bit. So I'll bring... Now, that's still comfortable there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, what I'm going to get you to do is look straight ahead. You should be able to see a little orange light straight in front of you. Yeah. Throughout the test, keep looking straight at that. It's always quite difficult to keep your eyes still, but doing the best job you can looking at the orange light. There's going to be some white flashes that appear all over the screen, and all you need to do is press the button in your hand whenever you see a little white flash for me. Okay. So the machine will double check things. So if you accidentally press it when you didn't mean to, or if you forget to press it, it will go back and double check things. And it's absolutely fine to blink as normal. Don't feel you've got to stare through the whole thing. So it's about 2 minutes, so it does take a little while. As I say, just blink as often as you need to. A little beep when it's happy and ready to go. Good. Just give it a second. And off we go. So just pressing the button whenever you see a little white flash form. That's good. Very good. Brilliant. Keep looking at the orange one in the middle. You're doing very well. Keep looking at that orange one. Doing very well. That's good. Brilliant, proper workout for your eyes there. That was very good. So that's good. Right. So if I take the clicker, what we're going to do is move that patch to your other eye. So let me just put that. A few minutes. It'll feel a bit blurry because you'll have had a patch clamped over that left eye. So let's just put that patch in your right eye.
Thank you.
And I'll give you your clicker back.
Thank you.
And you guessed it, you're on the other side of the chin rest this time. And forehead up against that bar at the top. Now I'm just going to move the chin rest to the side a little bit. Just bring you across. And bring you down a fraction. Is that still comfortable there for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? So just blink as often as you need to. So keep looking at that orange one. Nice and still there. Keep looking at the orange one. So you're ready to go. And off we go, just pressing whenever you see a little white flash for me. There we go.
Thank you.
There we go, I'll take that clicker for you. And we'll relieve you of your eye patch. There we go. Perfect. And I'll just get all those results saved. So I'll quickly write your prescription up just so that you've got that, you'll be able to take that away with you. Right. Right, okay, so these are your results from your peripheral vision test. So this is looking at your, we've got your left eye and we've got your right eye. So lots of numbers, lots of little data points on there. Essentially what it's doing is it's identifying if there's any areas where we've got some reduced sensitivity in the peripheral vision. So you'll notice that we've got the little black dot there, that's where your natural blind spot is, so we wouldn't expect there to be any sensitivity there. But we can look at the other plots and there's no missing points in your right eye. So that's very good. That's all looking fine. In your left eye, just like the photograph, the blind spot is on the other side. It's just where the optic nerve, as we saw in the photographs, on the other side. So our natural blind spot, but everything else looking absolutely fine. All looking okay there. The little graph at the bottom shows you were very good at keeping your eye nice and still looking at that orange light. So
good.
Top marks for you there. Brilliant. Right, okay, so we've finished your eye exam. So this is a copy of your prescription. This is the bit that you would take to an optician. They'd be able to sort you out with some new glasses. As I say, there's a little bit of short-sightedness in both eyes, tiny bit of astigmatism, but sort of nothing to worry about. I've put you down for a year review, and that's really just so you can re-photograph that little freckle.
Okay.
Not that I have any major concerns over your vision, because this is largely the same as the glasses that you've got from 2.5 years ago, so I'd be quite comfortable saying that your short-sightedness seems quite stable. I don't think it's changing a huge amount, which is good. I think carry on with the wearing time that you're getting out of your glasses. If you feel that things could be clearer, by all means pop them on. As I say, you're not going to make your eyes any worse by wearing them. There's always that sort of fear that we're making our eyes dependent on glasses. Short-sightedness, you won't. You'll be finding that with this level of short-sightedness, it should be absolutely fine to just pop them on a little bit more often if it's making it clear. If you're managing without, equally, that's not going to damage your eyes. It's not making them overwork or anything. It's just things far away, a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
Put the glasses on nice and clear. So it's quite a good position to be in.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's a perfectly reasonable prescription if you wanted to go down the contact lens route as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's always something to think about. A lot of it depends on your
I'm
wearing
quite bad
time.
putting food into my eyes. So.
That's fine, don't worry. So I shall give you that.
Thank
So that's
you so
your
much.
copy of your prescription to keep. And yes, we'll see you again in a year's time.
Thank you so much.
That's right. Melissa, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How's everything been since last saw you? All okay?
Good, yeah. It's been a while, sorry.
Don't worry, that's fine. Time flies away with ourselves. And how's everything been since I last saw you? So it was, 2-3-ish years ago.
Yeah.
Everything was fine then. How's everything been since?
Good, yeah. I don't actually know when the last time I had my eyes properly checked was, but it has been over a year.
Okay.
Because I think when I came, I'd been doing it a bit more frequently.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there'd not really been any huge change really. We were talking about the little freckle on your right eye, which I think had always been there. I think with the few eye exams you've been having, there were that was sort of a common finding, but that's all fine. And yeah, prescription wise, it hadn't really altered, and I think your glasses were fairly new at that time anyway, so not really worth the expense of new lenses. So these glasses, are these ones from sort of more recently then, when you had an eye test? Or?
They're definitely last year, but I think it might be near the start. Or maybe the end of the year before, actually. It's been a while.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bit confused because I have two pairs and they're slightly different prescriptions, but one I use as my TV glasses. And then one is my, in my bag glasses.
Yeah.
And I kind of switch between the two because I realised a way of getting around me being lazy and never wearing them was to always put them in the locations where I need them.
That's quite sensible strategy.
It's probably not the most financially friendly strategy, but multiple glasses.
But I mean, with a prescription like that, you're absolutely fine for not. It's not that you're going to be sort of walking into lampposts without it.
Yes,
so
just
you're right.
train timetables, television, all those sorts of things.
Brilliant. Well, if it's okay, can I quickly borrow them? Because what I can do is get the prescription from them, and then we've got a bit of an idea, sort of what's going on between the time I last saw you and the last eye exam that you had. And then we can sort of see if it's changed much. So I'll just quickly pop those on here. It's always handy being able to measure what's in them. Cool. Because you can sort of sit back and properly see what's going on, and it's quite useful for sort of showing people how we measure specs as well.
That was so quick as well.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunately that's quite a few years of measuring glasses on a photometer teaches us to be quite quick at doing it. But it basically we can measure the strength of the lenses, and that way it's quite useful because obviously if I saw in 22 and then this prescription is different, if I didn't measure these, I'd be comparing against my findings and going, prescription's changed, and actually it may not have because you're wearing the up-to-date prescription.
Right.
So, in fact, let me just clean my fingerprints off them, and then...
It's probably got some of mine on there as well, don't worry.
Okay, let's pop those on there, that's better. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have a quick look, because you don't wear them all the time. I will check your vision without glasses just so we can be sure of what's going on. So if you want to have a look at the letters in the mirror, please. Do you want to read that line? Bit fuzzy.
Yeah, it's a bit fuzzy.
Try slightly bigger.
It might be an O.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I genuinely...
They're a bit fuzzy. Don't worry. What we'll do, if we go for some slightly larger, we'll try those.
P, D, R, V, H.
Excellent. And how about these ones?
F. H.
Yes.
N. U. R.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bit of a
let's
struggle
squint
with that. I was going to
into
say, a little bit of squinting going on there. That's,
So if I then give you the cover told, so if you want to hold that in front of your left eye for me, please. I'm just going to make the letters a bit bigger. Do you want to read those ones?
RPFUZ.
Very good. And how about those ones?
PVRDE.
Lovely. Anything there?
RPDNU.
Bit of squinting going on there, but yeah, no, that was good.
How come the squinting makes it, you can see?
Yeah, so we're effectively reducing the aperture size within our eye. So we're turning our eye into a pinhole camera. And so just as a pinhole camera gets really clear focus because it's such a small aperture, we're sort of doing the same thing by squinting as well.
Yeah,
So
that's fascinating.
yeah, so it does make it easier, but yeah, perhaps not natural vision, shall we say. So I'll get you to cover your other eye up for me. And do you want to read those ones?
UNFHD.
Brilliant. And how about these ones?
REFP.
Yep.
D.
Very good. Anything there?
NFHUD.
Not too bad. So, if I could then get you to, if I take the cover from you, and there's never a letter V in the middle when we need one. Well, look at the letter V that's not quite in the middle. Looking at the point at the bottom of it for me, so just keep looking at that. And I just want to see how your eye muscles are working together, so just keep watching that there. That's good. Very good. Lovely. And if we were to do the same, it might be a bit clearer than the letter chart in the mirror. Having a look at the tip of my pen for me, I'm just going to do exactly the same again. Wonderful, that's good. So what we're looking at there is where your eyes are naturally wanting to sit. Very few people are born with eyes sort of perfectly straight ahead. And so when we stop our eyes talking to each other, they sort of sit in their natural position, whether that's slightly outward from straight ahead or slightly inwards from straight ahead. So it's nothing wrong with your eyes, don't worry. It's quite normal, but it's useful to check. Because if our eyes are not wanting to sit here and they're sort of really wanting to sit out here, there's a lot of muscle power that's being used just to keep our eyes looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
And if we then go to read, we're having to turn in even more. So our eyes can fatigue a lot more than someone whose eyes are maybe only ever so slightly outwardly displaced.
Okay.
So, right, time to sharpen things up a little bit. If you could pop those on for me. Is that looking a little bit clearer now?
Yeah,
there we go. Back into HD. So if I jumble the letters up, do you want to read those ones for me?
ERDVU.
Very good. And those ones there.
FERZN.
Lovely.
HUVDN.
Good.
UPVNF. PUVRE.
Good. Getting small.
HFDVZ.
Very good. If I was really mean, can you get anything on that line at all? It's absolutely fine if not, because they are very small.
I think it's a P.
It is?
U. It's either a H or an N.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, then that one's an N, I think, the one next to it.
Yep.
And then it's a D.
Yes, sorry, it's a bit mean of it to put two very similar looking letters next to each other. Very good. So that's the one smaller than 20/20 vision, so that's sort of 110%, so it should be a bit of a challenge to get that one.
And can some people genuinely do that without?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not that we're envious of them or anything,
Yeah,
but yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that is a superpower.
Is it? And that one there is 20/20 that we've got up on the screen there, and then the driving standard is that one there. So it's there's quite a range.
Yeah, I need these on if I
you
drive.
definitely need them in the car. But equally, kind of black and white letters is not really a measure of the full scope of vision required for driving. So there is an additional test on top of vision that we check for sort of the DVLA standards for driving. But there is an argument that does that really relate to any kind of visual activity with driving? Because obviously number plates aren't even that crisp black on white.
Yeah, definitely.
But we've got to have something to as a benchmark, and it is that line. So I'm going to get you to cover up your left eye again for me, please. I'll jumble the letters up. And how's that line looking? You want to read that one?
UNREP.
Very good.
NVEFD.
Very good.
FVUZH.
Lovely.
EFPUM.
And again, being really mean.
ZNU. P or F? What's one of them?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for P.
F, but that's fine,
And
don't worry.
D. Yeah.
Very good, well done. So what we'll then do is do the same for your other eye for me. And jumble them up, give you a fresh set.
NEUHZ.
Lovely.
NPUZV.
Very good.
PDZRF.
Full house, well done.
Oh.
There you go. So, if we then go slightly bigger letters, and if I take the cover again, so having a look at the pointy part of the V again, so I just want to see how your eye muscles work. Very good. And if we do the same, having a look at the tip of my pen for me. So the other one that we need to do is check your close-up vision. So if I get you to just take hold of that, where you tend to hold something to read, and how's the paragraph here looking there? Is that quite clear? Is that quite...
Yeah, it's really clear.
Is it quite comfortable as well?
Yeah.
Is it as clear and comfortable with just one eye?
Slightly worse, but still fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Lovely. That's good. It's not the most exciting story, so
I was starting to read them.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. That's fine. Lovely. So,
I was thinking that earlier because with the letters, I feel like my brain starts trying to find words that aren't there.
yeah. I've yet to have it come up with a word, but so that's good. Vision-wise, that's all looking fine. So, have you been aware of any change with your vision? Any concerns that you're having?
I don't think so. No, I can't remember when I first came, but I think I was having more headaches back then, and I really don't have them now.
Yeah, because I think it was sort of possibly with the new job. We were getting them every couple of days, and it was more evening based, a bit of a hat band ache. So those have sort of completely.
Oh, that might be. So I can't remember if it was straight after this, but when I was at that job, I managed to find on the desktop a way of putting it in night mode.
Okay,
and it completely went away.
Oh,
so I
brilliant.
think it was just the light, the brightness was so strong. And yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I guess that must have been shortly after this exam. I think I was experimenting.
Yeah.
And yeah, the night mode was like
game
great.
changer.
Yeah.
Is it the sort of office that's got lots of artificial lighting and things?
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, really grim.
Are you still working there?
No, I've left
Okay.
now,
All right.
so
Okay.
now it's just I'm not using anything on my computer at home though, which maybe I should look into because it is quite bright.
I was going to say, if it's bright, it's worth looking at. Basically, the reason that people have problems, particularly with monitors and these open plan offices with artificial lighting, if you think about when our visual system evolved, we obviously weren't working in offices. We were out in the wilderness, chasing each other with clubs and looking for somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's what our vision is primed for. It's much more natural patterns, natural contrast. whereas an office environment is very artificial. You've got sort of lots of rigid straight lines. It's very high contrast, black on white, lots of artificial lighting. So it's not really what our vision is optimised for. And because of that, we're right at the upper limit of kind of the processing power of our visual system. And that's then where all these symptoms start to creep in, just because it's just overload for our visual system.
Right, okay.
And some people get it if we're sort of really controlling of the environment. We can really manufacture the symptoms, whereas other people will get them on a day-to-day in an office, in a supermarket. And it's these quite tricky symptoms to describe. Sometimes it's a headache.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just, it just doesn't feel comfortable to look at. I really can't pinpoint why. Some people get anxious in a supermarket, those sorts of things.
Okay. Is there, so in terms of a setup at home for like editing and colour grading and things, is there like an ideal lighting? Is it just warm lighting?
Warm lighting's generally better. Okay. It is a little bit whatever sort of feels comfortable for you.
Right, okay.
At the quite extreme end, when we have patients who really struggle, so some of the work that I do with sort of visual processing problems and brain injury patients, they get very extreme symptoms in these environments. Yeah. And at that point, we can start to use particular frequency colour filters, so particular shades of colour that just strip away some of those symptoms. So it is possible to do a sort of a screening assessment where we look at a range of colours. There's usually one that's, that feels so much better. And then it would be a case of, I tend to say, take it and try it for a couple of months so that we know it's a lasting improvement, not just the heat of the moment and the excitement of it helping. Yeah. But it is something that can be incorporated into specs if we're finding that it's a lasting benefit. So we can always take a look at those and see if that's something that would help.
So fascinating. Because the headaches went away straight away, so there was clearly something in the blue light, or blue light. I don't know what the difference is. It turned it warm and yellow.
Yes. Okay.
From being white.
It can be though. Do you get migraines at all? Have you ever had migraines?
I have, but honestly not anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So again, that can be something that can be linked with visual stress. Is sort of the term we use to describe it.
Hadn't thought to be aware of, because it's very recent that I left my office job and now I am kind of editing all day at home, constantly on that screen, and I have the brightness up really high because of the colour grading to see it all.
Yes.
So it's probably not doing the best on my
I mean, it's not that it's doing lasting damage, but if it's sort of causing symptoms, then it's worth looking at.
I'll be aware of that, because I completely slipped my mind, like changing environments.
It can do.
Okay,
How do you find, if you are in somewhere like a supermarket or a sort of big shopping centre that's full of artificial light?
I've never really thought
never
about
noticed.
it.
That in itself is probably a sign that it's not an issue.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was just the office job, I think, that was doing it. So.
And so migraines, you said you've had them previously, not recently. Any diagnosed health conditions at all? Anything you're taking medication?
Nothing.
That's good. I know last time I mentioned the hay fever that you sort of get early springtime. It can affect your eyes. Yeah, that's any change with that?
Nothing. No, there is like diabetes in the family. But
yes. So we've got sort of mum's sister and a grandma with diabetes.
I guess since then my mum was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, but she somehow like they gave her like pointers of what to eat and she pushed it back.
Pulled it back. Okay.
So I don't know if that's
I mean,
like
it's
in the genes or.
It's useful to know, because obviously sometimes it can be lifestyle. Sometimes it can be that we just have a more susceptibility to, even if we're trying our best, it's sometimes we still need to rein it in a little bit. But it's useful to know. Not that it automatically is picked up on an eye exam, but if there's a tendency for maybe diabetic changes, then we can be on the lookout for those.
Good.
Any eye problems in the family since we last met? Any sort of diagnosed eye condition?
I probably haven't asked.
So it's not normal sort of dinner conversation, but
just
nothing you're aware of.
Both parents having bad eyesight. So
that's fine. And has anything happened with your eyes since I saw you? Any injuries, infections?
No, nothing I can think of.
That's good. So we can say you're no longer in the office. It's mainly the home office. That's fine.
Probably just as much computer time, but on my own terms, I guess.
I was going to say, sometimes just being on your own terms is enough.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So the headaches have resolved. That's good. Anything else unusual that you have been noticing with your eyes? So perhaps any eye strain, any aches and pains around your eyes?
I can't think of anything. No.
That's good. Anything unusual with your vision? So perhaps bursts of light, double vision, bits floating in front of your eyes, anything weird and wonderful?
No.
And anything else that you've noticed about your eyes or that's sort of concerning you?
No, I really can't think of anything.
That's absolutely fine.
It's just the eyesight they bother me for. It's always just guaranteed the time I'm rushing to get a train and I can't read what the train is. I'm lucky that is my problem. And that's
true. Yeah, but equally it is very frustrating when you're not able to. So that's fine. What I'm going to do is just give everything a quick clean. We'll have a look at. We'll check your prescription to begin with. So we can have a look to see if there has been any change to your glasses prescription. We can then move on to looking at eye health as well, so sort of photographs and scans of your eyes. And then we'll do a peripheral vision check at the end as well. Right, okay, well what we'll do is, you're welcome to pop them on the side there.
Oh yeah, that might be easier. Thank you.
Just make sure we don't leave without them. So what I'm going to do is put your prescription into some very stylish glasses, and that way we can start to see if it needs changing at all. So let's put these in. Get rid of the fingerprint on it, because that's not going to help very much. So you're finding with your editing, is it sort of all day and then do you have a bit of a break in the evenings, or are you still...
but then if I'm having a break I'll just be watching Netflix, so...
we think of screen time as just being a computer, but actually we can't really escape them. So the reason I ask is sometimes people can struggle with getting to sleep if we're sort of using digital devices right up until the moment we go to sleep, or sort of struggling with kind of good quality sleep.
Yeah, there probably is an element of that.
So yeah, I mean, you've probably heard of like the blue light blocking glasses, and there's the modes on your phone and things. And it's really, again, it comes back to when did our eyes develop and evolve? It was in a natural environment. And so we have our sleep-wake cycle, our circadian rhythm is driven by blue light. So there is a hormone that our body creates to make us feel drowsy, so melatonin. And the production of that is stopped during the day by blue light. And so if you think of, if we're outside, middle of the day, if we happen to have nice weather, lunchtime it's blue sky, and then the blue is the colour that sort of tails out of the sky first. So your sunset is more the sort of orangey pinks. So as the blue light levels drop in our surroundings, we start to reduce the suppression of melatonin. So we get this build-up of melatonin. After a few hours we feel tired, go to sleep. And then obviously the reverse happens in the morning. The blue light starts to build up, suppress melatonin, and we wake up again. As far as our eyes are concerned, if we're using digital devices, they're churning out lots of blue lights. How we achieve the sort of really crisp, bright white is by having high levels of blue light. And so our eyes are sort of just soaking up all this blue light, and so our body is thinking, it's still middle of the day, so we don't need melatonin yet. And then obviously we switch everything off, get into bed, and then we're sort of still awake because we've not had enough time to build up this melatonin in our bloodstream to feel tired.
Right, so that takes a bit of time, that transition period.
So that's and if you kind of imagine like your teenage gamer who's up until 2 a.m. gaming, and then they are really shattered when they get up the next morning, or they can't get up the next morning for school. It's probably because they've switched everything off, got into bed, and then they're still wide awake because they've not had that build-up of melatonin to trigger sleep. So that's the general theory behind it. There are other causes as well. So a bright screen just generally is going to make us more awake and alert than a dim one, hence night mode on a lot of phones. But that's the sort of the general feeling, and that having a little bit of a washout period before bed, which is easier said than done, because if we switch our computer off, we go and sit and watch TV or look at our phone. But yeah, that's generally the links that we have with sleep quality.
Maybe I'll check on my phone and see if there is any sort of timer you could do for a night mode?
I think you can, and some of them, if you, particularly for parents, you can put a blocker on it so that it just stops. Sort of, you can't be scrolling on TikTok for hours on end and things.
I tried the blocker on Instagram, and it comes up with a thing of, do you want 15 more minutes or 1 minute? And I just press it without thinking now.
Give you a bit more time.
Yeah.
No worries. So to get these glasses fitting, I'm just going to take a quick measurement. So if I could get you to just have a look into my left eye for me. And into my right. Back to this eye. Back to this one. That's good. So we're just going to pop these on. They will be a little bit loose when they first go on. And I'll tighten them up just so they're sitting nice and comfortably. How are those feeling for you there?
Yeah, they feel fine.
Brilliant. Just get you to turn your head to the side. It's good to hand to the other side. Brilliant. Just making sure that the lenses are all set nicely. Perfect. So the first thing that we're going to do, cover up your left eye. So we're just going to work on one eye at a time. Have a look back at the letters there. And the first thing I'm going to get you to do looking at the chart is to have a look at the letters when they're on the red and the green. Mm-hmm. Do you think that they look sharper and clearer on the red or the green, or are they about the same?
It's definitely the red.
Definitely the red. Okay. So out of interest, if I pop this in front, are they red or green or about the same?
Close to same, but maybe green.
Brilliant, that's good. So we use the red and the green to help us fine-tune a prescription, so it's not checking for colour blindness or colour deficiency. It's because different wavelengths of light, different colours of light focus differently in our eyes. And so we can use the red and the green just to fine-tune things. So it should be slightly more on the green now, is that right?
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to get rid of the red and the green, and it does leave a bit of an imprint of those colours, so don't worry if there's sort of blue and purple on the screen there. Have a few blinks and that does disappear. I'm going to jumble the letters up, and do you want to read those ones for me?
F-R-U-P-V.
Lovely. And anything there?
F-N-Z-H-E.
Very good. Anything on that one?
N-V-S-D-R.
Is it clearer or more comfortable with that, or better without it?
Oh, can I see it again?
Yeah. Or without?
I don't know.
Not much difference. That's absolutely fine.
I think it got bigger with that one.
Okay, no, that's okay. And popping them onto the red and the green, are they clearer on the red or the green, or are they a bit more similar there?
The red is clearer there.
That's fine. So I'm going to get rid of the red and the green again. And this time I'm going to show you two blurry lenses. So neither is going to be crystal clear as you're looking at those. I'll just make the letters a bit bigger. So as you're looking at those letters, do they look sharper and clearer with number 1, number 2, or are they about the same? So we have 1, 2, pretty similar. Not much in it.
Yeah, they're both bad.
That's okay. And number 1 or number 2, or pretty similar again. 1, 2.
Maybe 2 is ever so slightly better.
Okay, that's fine.
It's so small.
That's all right. That's not a problem. And we're just going to show you these ones. So we've got better with 1 or with 2, or no difference. 1 or 2. About the same.
2, I think.
2.
Yeah.
And how about now? 1, 2, or about the same. So we have 1, 2,
1.
And we're going to check these two. So we've got better with 1, better with 2, not much difference. So we've got 1, 2.
2.
And I should say at this point there's no wrong answers either. So we've got better with 1, 2, 1, or 2.
1.
And 1 or 2. 1 or 2, or about the same.
2.
So as you're looking at those letters, I'm just going to hold this lens in front. Is that better, worse, or not much difference? That's with versus without.
Not really different.
Yeah, pretty similar. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're looking at them, if I were to take that lens out, does that make any difference at all? Or? Marginal.
Marginal.
That's okay.
I was
That's
trying
okay.
to think of the right word there. I was like, comparable.
Yeah. Marginal's fine. So as we're looking at these ones, if I mix the letters up, do you want to read those for me?
ZNEVU.
And if I put this in front, is that a little bit better, a little bit worse, or do you think better without?
Might be better with. Yes. Yeah, that's a bit clearer on the end.
Let's just take this one out there. That one in there. And we're going to do the same again. So we've got better with, better without.
Oh, I think with. Maybe.
Not much
Oh, I'm
difference.
doubting myself now. Yeah.
Don't worry, no difference is absolutely fine. If I'm really mean and put the tiny line up again, can you get anything there?
P. H.
Yeah.
Z-U-R.
Yeah. Is it more comfortable to read that line with that?
No.
Better without it?
Better without, yeah.
Yeah. And again, just last check of this one. Is that any better with that? Better without it?
It's like the same.
It's marginal. Yeah. No, that's okay. So if I were to make the letters a bit bigger, pop them back onto the red and the green, are they looking sharper and clearer red, green, or?
It's the same.
Yeah, that's good. So we'll give that eye a bit of a rest, and we'll have a look with the other eye. So have a few blinks, let this eye wake back up. And how are the letters looking clarity-wise on the red and the green with this eye?
Yeah, the red is the strong one.
And if I put this in front, is it red or green?
Green?
A bit more with the green, yeah.
Yeah, but only a little bit.
Yeah. Get rid of the red and the green, so that we can be letting that imprint fade away. And if I mix the letters up, do you want to read those for me?
NVHPD.
Lovely. And anything there?
FVRUE.
Lovely. So we're just going to go back to that line. I'll give you a fresh set of letters, and I'm going to show you the two blurry lenses again. So do the letters look clearer with number 1, clearer with number 2?
2, definitely 2.
And then clearer with 1, 2.
It's 1.
Clearer with 1, 2. About the same. So we've got 1.
Yeah, it's 1.
And then clearer with 1, 2.
2.
Clearer with 1, with 2, or about the same. So we've got 1, 2.
Yeah, they're the same.
Yep. And with 1, with 2, 1, or 2, or about the same.
Maybe slightly 2.
Yeah?
But yeah, I mean.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to quickly adjust that there. Lovely. Right. So, if I give you a fresh set of letters, do you want to read those ones for me?
E, D, V, N, Z.
That's good. And how about that one?
Z, P, D, N, V.
And is it any clearer with this? A bit worse? Or about the same? So that's with versus without. With or without.
They're the same.
Pretty similar. That's okay. I'm just going to swap that lens over. This one in. And a bit clearer with, without, or about the same.
Without is better.
Yeah. And And how are they looking now on the red and the green there? Are they a bit sharper on the red or the green, or about the same?
The red is slightly sharper. But it's not that much.
Yeah, that's okay. Do you want to have a go at that really tiny line again?
Z.
Mm-hmm.
R.
Yep.
V. P. F.
5 out of 5, excellent. Always good when you get a full house. So what I'm going to do is just put this lens in front, which is going to make it go very blurry. So if I pop this one in front, I'm hoping that that's gone quite fuzzy.
Yep.
Yep. And hopefully even the larger letters still quite fuzzy. Can you make those out?
No clue.
No. That's fine, because what I'm going to do is uncover your other eye. It is going to feel like you've had one too many, because you're going to have one eye clear, one eye blurry. So give your eyes a moment just to let that all settle. And if I jumble the letters up, so with both eyes open, do you want to read that line for me?
T-U-F-V-P.
Very good. Now, as you're looking at that line of letters, I'm going to pop this lens in front of your right eye. Is it clearer, more comfortable, or better without it?
It's better with.
That's good. I'm just going to swap that one over. So what we're now doing is making sure that one eye is not having to focus more than the other to achieve stable binocular vision. Clearer and more comfortable with that, or better without?
Better without.
That's good. So I'm going to move the blurry one across to your right eye. So now that's going to be the one that's really fuzzy. Jumble the letters up again. Give your eyes a moment to.
Weird.
It's quite disorientating. Have a few blinks. So looking at that line of letters, and is it clearer, more comfortable, or better without it?
Better with, I think.
It's with no difference is also perfectly acceptable response.
It's more comfortable with, but I don't know if it's actually necessarily better.
That's fine. So comfort tells us that if it's more comfortable, your eyes are relaxing more. So
okay.
we go with that. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't make any difference to the clarity, but it does to the comfort. So if we have a look again with this one, clearer, more comfortable, or
it's better without.
So I'm going to get rid of that one, have a few blinks, let your eyes sort of get back to talking to each other again. And how's that feeling with both eyes together?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, brilliant. Just a
clear.
quick, that's good. Quick check on the red and the green. Are they still looking fairly similar? Are they a bit more green, a bit more red?
The red is stronger.
A bit more on the red, okay. What I'm finding is that if we, your eyes naturally want a little bit more short-sighted correction, which we tend to not give because your eyes have to refocus through it. So if I were to give you a bit more, you'll be able to make it clear, but you can probably feel your eyes working to do that. Can you feel it?
Yeah, it's clearer with those.
Yeah, so they'll want it, but over time, that's going to cause headaches and eye strain.
Right.
Which is why we then balance out, because it's quite easy for our eyes to sort of want to sort of hoover up a little bit more correction for the short-sightedness. If I make the letters a bit smaller, do you want to have a go at that one for me?
Z-D-H-F-N.
Lovely. And
V-E-Z-R-F.
brilliant. So
I don't know if I'm getting used to it, but that felt a lot easier.
yeah, I mean, it may be because, again, I think you'd probably find that your eyes feel, they can make it clear, but they probably have to work to do it with that. Whereas when we take that away, they're a bit more relaxed. So yeah, it's not that it's clearer, but it is more comfortable, which is good. Right, so the other one that we can do is have a look at what your eye alignment is like. So this is more if we're concerned about headaches. So what we do is pop a little polarised filter over your glasses. So we have a little red plus there. There's 4 black circles, and then we've got 4 grey bars at sort of 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock. And hopefully if I cover one eye up, as if by magic, how many of those bars can you see now?
2.
Yeah. So which 2 can you see? So it's at 9 and 6.
Oh, hold on, sorry. So 12, 3,
Yeah.
6 and... Oh my god, my brain is not doing this. 6 and 9.
That's right, yeah. And with the side?
12 and 3.
Brilliant. And then we can get all
All of
4
them.
again. Brilliant. Sorry, yeah, your brain's probably wanting to correct for the fact that you're looking through a mirror as well. So what I'm going to get you to do is just look into the middle of the red plus for me.
Okay.
And we're just going to be interested in the two side by side. And the question is, are they sitting a little bit higher than one another? Are they nice and level?
They're level, I think.
And does it look like they're sort of vibrating, or are they nice and stable?
Stable, I
That's good.
think.
No, that's good. I say no wrong answers with these. So now if we turn our attention to the ones that are 12 and 6 o'clock, still looking at the red plus, does it look like they have moved apart? Are they still pretty much in line with each other?
They're in line.
That's good. And again, are they vibrating, or are they nice and still?
They're still.
That's good. Not getting any flashing or anything of them.
They don't look bold. They look like faded, but yeah, they're good.
That's fine. So I'm just going to take that off. So what that's doing is just seeing if we allow your eyes to keep working together, but we have slightly different images. Are they comfortably able to see a single image, or are they really struggling, in which case we start to see that those markers slip apart, or they're possibly vibrating, or they're possibly flashing? The fact that it's not doing any of those is good.
Yeah,
it means that things are nice and stable.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was meant to be doing.
We always tend to try not to load symptoms for you, or what it should be doing. Right, now we're going to have a quick look at close-up. So the first thing is we're just going to come back to this interesting paragraph here. Is that clear? Is it comfortable?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to just read the first few words out for me?
So that year I got a paper route.
Excellent, that's good. Brilliant. So the next thing is we're going to compare the clarity of that sentence. So as you're looking at it, is it still clear with just this eye?
Yeah.
And is it as clear with this eye?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant, that's good. So the next thing is I'm going to get you to have a look at the clarity of the circles on the red and the green at the top there. At the moment, they look like they're standing out more on one colour than the other, or...
I don't know.
So again, no differences. Perfectly valid response. So, if I cover this eye, still fairly similar on the red and the green.
Green is a bit nicer.
A little bit, yeah.
Only slightly green.
Okay, that's fine. Only slightly. I'll accept that. So the next one is I'm going to get you to just have a look up at this top right image here, and so I'm going to get you to look at the O in the middle. We've got a green bar above and below the O. And if we do the same again, how many green bars can you see now?
One is green, yeah.
And
then the other one.
And both.
Yeah, both.
Are they still level with one another? Are they sort of slipping apart?
No, they're level.
Brilliant. And if we just go across to top left, so we're now looking at sort of horizontally. Is one sitting a little bit higher up than the other, or?
No, they're level.
Level. Brilliant. That's good. So take that, which is to be expected if we've not got any near vision problems. That's good. So yeah, that's all looking fine. Let me just take those off. Well, actually, the last thing we will do, is go back to the letters. Let me give you a range of letters there. So we've got 2020 down at the bottom, driving standard up at the top. And what we'll do, I'll just grab your glasses. So there hasn't really been a change in prescription, which is good. Yeah. It's always nice. So have a look at what you're getting at the moment. If we take a sort of mental screenshot of how it's looking, how comfortable it is, I'm then going to pop these off and let you put your glasses on. Okay. And there we go. Those. So it's not really massively different, I'm hoping.
Not massively. There is a difference, though, I think. Yeah.
So I can show you that one again.
My brain's not good at remembering.
Marginal.
It's easier to read the bottom with this one.
So with a prescription change like this, I mean, the other one we can always do is have a look outside, because I was sort of thinking you're not spending your life looking at a letter chart, whereas you will spend your life looking through your lenses at things around you. But it comes down to the numbers can change, but if you don't notice a difference, it is absolutely not worth updating glasses.
Right.
Equally, the numbers haven't changed a huge amount, and I'm saying it's not a significant change, whereas you go, well, actually, no, I do see the difference. And it's about appreciating, is that difference something that's worth new glasses to you? Because from a clinical perspective, you're seeing better than 2020 with these. There's no problem. So everything's working fine. Some people are quite happy going, okay, look, it could be a bit sharper, but these are working perfectly fine. Other people have to have it as clear and as pin sharp as it possibly could be. Right. So a lot of it boils down to whether it's something that you would want.
Okay.
From my perspective, I'd be more than happy if you said, I'm just going to leave them as they are,
Okay.
which is not a problem. And I think sometimes just seeing the difference, because the numbers don't really mean a huge amount if you don't sort of work with lens powers. So it's more about, okay, there's maybe a bit of a difference, but is it going to change your everyday?
Yeah.
And I would say at the moment, probably not. But equally, as I say, we can always have a quick look outside, and if it's something that you feel you would benefit from, then we can always update those.
It's good that they haven't got worse. Or
No,
anything,
absolutely,
so I should be
yeah.
Grateful.
No, it's good, and your near vision's fine. Your near vision focusing is fine, because that's the other thing. Obviously, if we're doing lots and lots of screen work, is it something that fatigues and our eyes are maybe able to cope with it at 9 o'clock in the morning, but by 5 o'clock they're really flagging. So there's no signs of that. Obviously, there's a whole battery of other tests we could do if you were having symptoms to really dig down into what are your eyes doing up close. But at the moment, there's no kind of red flags that I'm seeing. I'd say yes, we need to do more testing from that perspective. So from a prescription side of things, all looking fine, no change there, which is always good news. So the next part that we're going to do is have a look at the health of your eyes.
Okay.
So what we'll do is just quickly pop these lenses away. So we'll start off by getting some images of your eyes. So it's useful to get photographs and scans. And then I'll have a look at your eyes on the microscope as well. So we can always have a in-person look at your eyes. Build up a good view of what's going on. And then from there we can have a look at peripheral vision. And then we're all done at that point. So, first thing that I'm going to do is I'll just bring the table around. I'll pop the lights out as well.
Okay.
And you're welcome to put your glasses on the side there.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing them on.
So, we're going to start off with this one here. I'll just take the caps off, because it's always a clearer picture without those. So we're going to start off with a colour photograph of your eyes, and then we're going to take a scan of the back of your eyes as well. So is that comfortable there?
Yeah, it's okay.
So in a moment you're going to see a yellowy green light, and it does sometimes look like it's hovering outside the camera. I'll get you to keep looking at that for me. That's very good. Just focus the camera in. Maybe a flash of light. Excellent. And we'll give your eyes a moment to recover from that very bright flash, and then we'll take a photograph of your other eye in a moment. So you can keep your eyes closed for a moment, that's fine. It's always the downsides of a bright camera flash, is it makes your pupils go a bit smaller.
Yeah, it looks like you're seeing the moon or something. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. So looking at that yellowy green light in front of you again, that's very good. Very good. And sit back. So what we're then going to do is I'm just going to spin the table around, and I'm going to get you to pop your chin on the other chin rest for me. So this one gets an infrared image of the back of your eye. So it's a little bit like a colour photograph, but infrared light goes deeper into the tissues of the back of your eye. Now you should be able to see a blue light in front of you.
Yeah.
So we need to keep looking at that, and I'm just going to focus this one in. It's going to be a bright flash. Very good. So we're going to do a second one for this eye. So I'm going to move the blue light over to your left. If you want to have a look at that blue light again for me. Very good. It's always a bit strange seeing your own eye on the screen there. So let's just focus that in there. Very good. Another bright flash. Wonderful. I'm just going to bring that back, and then we're going to move across to this eye. So
It's like something else Stranger Things.
yeah, I shall go through those with you, don't worry. So you should see the blue light back in front of you again.
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm just going to focus that in there. Bright flash. Wonderful. Last one in a moment. So for the last one, I'm going to move the blue light over to your right. So I'm going to have a look over to the right there for me. That's good. Bright flash. And sit back. There we go. That is it for the blinding flashes of light in your eyes. So you're welcome to pop your glasses on, and we can have a quick look at those. And just pop the lens caps back on. So on the far screen, you've got a colour photograph of the back of your eye. So both cameras are looking at the same thing. So let's just review those. So if you imagine we're looking in through the pupil of your eye, at the curved back surface of your eye. So we've got that on the screen here as well. So we've got a colour photograph over there, infrared image here, but they're both the same thing. So you can see this sort of blob that's a yellowy colour on the colour photograph, sort of a grey colour here. So that's the optic nerve as it joins into the back of your eye. So we're almost looking at it, we are looking at it end on as it plugs into the back of your eye. So all of the visual information from your eye exits your eye along the optic nerve, and that then runs to the back of our brain, which is where the visual cortex sits. So actually when we're observing the optic nerve, we are looking at a part of the central nervous system. It's like an extension of the brain. It's also where the blood vessels come in and go out. So as you can sort of see there, that bit that makes it look like something out of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You've got an array of blood vessels, so they're in colour over there.
That's a bit creepy.
So basically the retina is the only place in the whole body where we can see the circulation. So it's quite a unique way of observing the cardiovascular system. So things like diabetes, high blood pressure, risk of stroke. It's really good for having regular fundus photography or retinal photography because we can pick up those minute changes.
Right.
The optometrists can't see sort of just from remembering and looking at their notes from last year's eye exam.
So you compare them to the previous.
Absolutely, yeah. So we can start to look for any changes there. And then the other part of the retina is this sort of little spot here. So we've got sort of an oval shape there, and then there's this little dark spot with a white speck in the very, very centre there. So this oval that we can see here is called your macula. So that's where we get our detailed central vision from. And it's a couple of millimetres in diameter, but it's a huge portion of our central vision. And then the dark splodge with a little white speck in the centre is the very centre of the macula called the fovea, and that is the bit that we're getting that better than 20/20 vision with. It's a pinprick on the retina, but it's a very important sensitive part of the back of our eye and responsible for the really sharp vision that we get. And then the more peripheral we go, it's not got detail at that point, so you could have a huge chunk of retina missing here and you would be largely unaware of it. Because your brain just fills in our peripheral vision, and a lot of what goes on in our vision is assumptions that our brain's making. So the information that travels down that optic nerve is only a very small percentage of what we actually perceive in our vision. So our brain does a lot of filling in, and
it's like AI.
Yeah, effectively nature's AI. If you look at sort of optical illusions and things, you start to see the framework of almost like the computer algorithm that our brain uses.
Yeah.
And optical illusions are really nice behind the scenes of, this is what it's normally doing, but I'm not aware of it. Whereas we can manipulate and we can really sort of highlight when it gets it wrong. Yeah. But the interesting thing with a lot of optical illusions is even when you know how it works, you can't not see it, which shows how hardwired these algorithms are. So if you remember that, the white and gold / blue and black dress thing that went round.
Oh, yeah. God, that's throwback.
That's a good throwback. But that's a really good example. Very few people can actually alternate between seeing it as and you can see pictures of why it appears as either white or gold or black and blue. And even knowing that, you still will see it as the colour that you see it, because it's just this hard wiring within our visual system and the higher processes within our brain that sort of stitch everything together. So I think we tend to think of vision as being a little bit like there's a cinema room in our brain, there's just a projector screen in there. Yeah. I mean, there is never anywhere in our brain where a full image is formed of the world around us. It's all sort of electrical signals. But yeah, our brain does an awful lot with it to fill the blanks in.
That's fascinating.
But yeah, so health-wise, long story short, we took a bit of a detour there, but health-wise, all looking absolutely fine. Both eyes nice and healthy. And again, if we have a look at the colour photograph there, so we save that one, it just jumps across. So it's a mirror image. The optic nerve sits on the other side. So the optic nerve is on the nasal portion of our retina.
Right.
Because it sits in a different location for each eye, our binocular vision makes up for it, and sort of the missing patch, because there's no retina over the top of the nerve. So the blind spot caused by one eye isn't the same as the other eye. So we can only find our natural blind spot if we cover one eye up, and then it's you can normally, if you get sort of target a bit smaller than your fingernail and sort of hold it out to the side, you can make it disappear, and it's by you effectively placing the image of it on that blind spot.
Right.
But as we don't tend to walk around with one eye closed, we don't notice it. But all looking nice and healthy, so all looking very good. So the next thing that we're going to do is have a look at your eyes on the microscope. So it's useful to have images, but it's equally important to have a look at the health of your eye with a microscope. So I'm just going to move this table out of the way. And I'm going to bring another table across which has the microscope on, so we can have a really good look at what's going on with your eyes. So let's bring this across here. And if we just slide that across there. Right, so if I get you to pop your chin on the chin rest, that's good. Now, is that a comfortable height there for you?
Yeah.
Is that sort of comfortable position? Brilliant. So what I'm going to be doing is having a look at your eyes with a light source, but I'll also be holding up these magnifying glasses so I can have a good look at the inside of your eye as well. And if it gets a bit bright at any point, just let me know. That's good. So let's bring this, so it might come forward. You might just feel it resting on your hands, but so to begin with, I'm going to get you to look at my right ear for me and just blink as often as you need to. That's good. Very good. Looking at my other ear for me. And then back at this ear for me. So if I could get you to look over to your left. That's good. And over to your right. And looking up. I'm just going to very gently lower your eyelid. And looking down. Gently going to lift this eyelid up. That's good. And if I just get you to close your eye for a moment. Wonderful. And then I'm going to get you to have a look at my other ear again. And if I get you to look over to your right. And over to your left. And looking up. Gently lower your eyelid. And looking down. That's very good. And then just closing your eye for a moment. Wonderful. So I'm then going to get you to have a look back past my right ear for me. Wonderful. So I'm just having a look at the optic nerve now, and with the green light, it's a red free filter, so it makes the blood vessels stand out nice and clearly. And the advantage of having a direct look in with a magnifying lens is I can actually see the blood vessels pulsating, which obviously isn't information we get in a photograph. So I'm then going to get you to have a look up at the ceiling for me. And so what I'm now going to do is just have a look at the peripheral retina, which is getting further round than we'd see in a photograph. Wonderful. And looking over to your right. Good. And looking down, I'm going to very gently hold your eyelid. Very good. And then looking over to your left. And then back at my ear for me. That's wonderful. Now it's just going to get bright for a moment. Excellent. There we go. All looking fine. So we're going to do exactly the same for your other eye. So this time, if you want to have a look at my left ear for me. Good. And then looking up at the ceiling. And looking over to your right. Looking down, gently going to hold your eyelid. And then looking over to your left. And then back at my ear for me, and again it's just going to get bright for a moment. Very good. And sit back. That's it for the interrogation light. So yeah, eyes looking nice and healthy, all looking absolutely fine. Obviously there's the little freckle that we spoke about previously, no change there at the front of your eye. I'm just going to move that over there. So whilst your eyes are just recovering from that, I'm just going to quickly pop the room lights on from it. I just want to see how your eyes are reacting to light. So it might be a little bit bright when they first go on. There we go. Have us a moment. How are they feeling? A bit dazzled.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to just look down towards the end of the room for me. So just stand up there. That's good. Good. Wonderful. That's good. And then looking towards the end of the room, towards the tip of my pen, back towards the end of the room. Wonderful. That's good. Pupils are all responding as they should be. Right, so the very last thing that we need to do is just to check your peripheral vision. So what we'll do is pop over to the other machine and we can get all of that done.
Cool.
We're all done.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, so if you want to grab a seat there, that's good. And then we'll just wheel forwards there. So first thing we need to do is just grab the eye patch out there. You get to dress up like a pirate for this one.
Oh, great.
So a very snazzy eye patch to pop on. So we test one eye at a time. And what I'm going to do is just cover up your left eye to begin with. So if I could pop that one over your head. Feel free to adjust that. And I'm just going to tighten that up just so it doesn't slip down halfway through the test and put you off. And you get the little clicker, so it's the button up at the top there.
Cool.
Now, for this test, it does feel like your head is off-centre because you're going to be on the left to begin with.
Okay.
So if you want to pop chin on the rest, forehead against the bar at the top, and just sort of move slightly this way. That's it. Brilliant. I'm just going to bring you across and up. Lovely. Now, you should be able to see an orange light at the back there.
Yeah.
Is that sort of a comfortable position for you? I can move the table if not.
Yeah, no, this all feels fine.
Lovely. I'm going to turn the room lights off, so let me just turn those down. And I'm going to get to keep looking at the orange light. So throughout this test, what's going to happen is you'll keep looking straight ahead at the orange light, and there'll be a series of white flashes that appear anywhere on the screen. They start off really bright, but they'll get quite faint to the point that you feel like you've imagined seeing some of them, which is perfectly normal. And what I'm going to get you to do is just press whenever you see a white flash for me.
Okay.
Okay. If you accidentally press when you didn't mean to, or drift off and forget to press, don't panic. It does double check things.
Okay.
And blink as normal. Don't feel you've got to stare throughout the test as well, because it is a couple of minutes. Right, so keep looking at the orange one. The first thing it's going to do is just calibrate the eye tracker, so just keep looking at the orange one. There won't be any white flashes to begin with. And, let's just set that going. Excellent, and off we go, just pressing whenever you see a white flash for me. Good, doing very well. Doing very well. Doing really well, just last few points. Wonderful, there we go. Does feel quite intensive, that one. So I'm just going to pop that eye patch off. So we'll let your left eye wake back up. But yeah, because it's really testing what's the sensitivity of your eye, there will always be ones that you don't see because they're so faint, because it needs to know sort of what's the upper limit. So it's very much like a hearing test. That it starts off with something you definitely can see or hear, and then it gets fainter and fainter until you don't, and then it creeps it back up again until you do see it again. But yeah, that's why it then gets to that point. It feels like you've imagined seeing.
Yeah, it's like
was that one?
Yeah, I felt like there was some that I'm like, maybe that was one. I don't know.
No, that's so that tends to happen when it is just on the limit of what we're able to perceive. So we half register seeing it and half don't, which is then what gives us that sort of sense of doubt that, did we see that? Was that one? Right, so we're ready to go with your left eye then. Yeah, chin on the other side. That's good. Forehead against the bar. Is that comfortable there for you?
Yes, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to just move the chin rest across and down slightly just to get you back centred with the orange light. Let me bring that table up a bit as well so you're not hunching over.
Thank you.
Is that comfortable there for you?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, brilliant. So same as before, I'm just going to recalibrate the eye tracker, so just keep staring straight ahead at the orange one for me.
Can I press that?
What was that, sorry?
Sorry, I thought I pressed it or
something.
something.
Yeah, don't worry. That's fine. That's good. There we go. Right, so that's all ready to go, and exactly the same as before. So just keep looking at the orange one. Press when you see a white flash. Off we go. Doing very well. Wonderful. There we go. Top marks. Right, so we to take that patch for you. There we go. And then if I take that clicker as well. Right, that is you all done. So that was all absolutely fine. I'll just save those. Right. And then we can pop the lights back on and see what we're doing. So I'm just going to put those room lights on. Right, so that is everything all done. And so health-wise, your eyes are looking absolutely spot on. I've written out a copy of your prescription here for another 2 years. So that's a copy of prescription, not that you need to update them, but obviously if something happens to the current ones, you need an up-to-date bit of paper to sort some new ones out.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise all looking spot on, and we can just review things again in another 2 years.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you again.
Yeah, it's lovely.